And we do mean awesome in gaming. So you know what to play next. We already know what's going on then. We love really freaking weird games. Everything from what started YouTube, you know, what really just got, like, grabs viewers for some reason, to just so cool. We try to keep it under 20 bucks. If not, then we do have links to Fanatical and so on, to give you a good gaming experience, but also to let you know what it is that you like in gaming. So it's very you-centric. You know, definitely tune into that, you know, what it is that you like about what we're discussing in gaming, what it is that you like about interface and that sort of thing. Oh, I'm missing Dark Blood, Rabbit. Played survival or zombie games. Yes, I'm alive. Got back from a place where no one but dead people, with no one but dead people. That's my hair coming loose. No, that's an optical illusion from my map. Madness. Don't be sad, everything will be alright. There's something I'm supposed to be. Is this an intro screen or are we doing this? Hello, you came. It's definitely showing me a preview of the gameplay, so that's awesome. Looks like, yeah, I was hoping it would zoom like that. That happened in a strategy game that we played, and it's like Operation 51, I'll have to look it up. And it's just such a nice interface to flip between the, they had a first person to that sort of combat style. I also like the JRPG to that sort of combat style, just because it kind of keeps you involved in the game, and it, you know, like, changes it up for you, so. Tell me what you saw. Mind Control, Bloody Renaissance. So it sounded like they had an interesting, interesting concept going on. Nikita contains scenes of cruelty and violence. Is this Russian? Oh, it is. Okay, how about that? We have a decent line on the Russian gaming community. They use different engines than us. They actually use dual flags on the outsides of their box engines. And then as far as storytelling goes, that it goes in a different place than an American. But they're so similar that, like, Americans tend to get really grabbed by them. Metro being the most recent. Cruelty and violence follows every move, plays with feelings. I'm ready for anything. All characters are fictional, etc. We kind of caught that. They're telling you basically that you came from a zombie post-apocalyptic hell. So, had an idea this might be. What is my name? I'm not going to give you my real name, friend, because I know netiquette. I am the bard. Oh, okay. Hold on. Gonna let me do this? No, not. Page. How do I delete? Wait, the first character here? Hold on, let me see behind my head. You? That is not my name. Ute. These two Utes? Is that all you know? Hold on. Interesting. You'll give me different symbols. Wait, backspace. What does backspace do? What does arrow do? How am I experiencing an interface? Oh, that's space. That's not what I was looking for. My name is Ute. I'm gonna say that my blood type is AB. Ooh, what do I want? What do you guys want? Damage? Am I ready to die? Death is just the beginning. I absolutely agree with you. Thank you, friend. I was hoping that you agreed with me, as you are the horrifying narrator. Who won't let me have a name? You don't have a name, friend. You don't have a name. Because we couldn't figure out how to do something. I don't have a physical form, but I exist. Oh, cool. I actually grew up near, I think it's the only, or at least they were the only psychic, federal psychic program in the United States. Your name is Ute, with 2 T's. We don't have 2 Utes now, we have 2 T's. And the consciousness that is living in people's hearts, the verbs are not conjugated within, article. So I'll have to kick this back to the dev, just a heads up, because it's like such a dice topic experience. And the idea and the passion, my existence is like a tulpa, which actions have real impact. I'm not familiar with that word. It's people whose minds I owe will serve me and follow my great mission. In return for their loyalty, they get rid of their sins, the pain of human soul. So he's talking about dependency. and where that comes into play. That's usually in epistemology in Western science, but not always with Russians. They have this. They even adopted communist theory uses -2 instead of -1 to put labor in the back end. 2 days ago, one of my puppets received a phone call from a stranger. Later, he introduced himself as Adam Hyde. He told me I'm my old enemy Malik, who's involved in the bloody Renaissance cult activity, is now in sunlight. They used a direct translation here. Give me the address of a man named Edward Romberg. If you do speak Russian, you're going to want to use the Russian one. I could only ask him for all the details. After receiving the information, I immediately went to sunlight. Been after Malik's head for a long time now. I'm not the only one. Cards fell the way I want them to. I've had unique opportunities to strike in the heart of the cult. I have to put an end to this. So we have like a Hobbit sort of introduction. And then it drops us into a more JRPG style interface. They do use background and foregrounds. Interesting. Yoni presents Pickbot IQ 54 game. It's interesting. Drop text. We don't have that in an American interface. We are all about interface here. If you're new to the channel, we're helping you find what you like in gaming. So if you have never run into a foreign game before, this might be your jam. Atmel is important. Perspective is important. You're going to see some JRPG similarities because there is an Asian bent to it. Things like connectedness, things like arcs are important, that sort of thing. So really different, really different so far. I like to put up something like, I think my last one was Research Entity, Act 0, Fate of the Exile. Neons, they're all over the place. Alright, and then we are moving to our JRPGs. It took me so long to get here. Adam Hyde said his informant works at the cemetery. His name is Edward Roundberg. You can bring me to the Bloody Renaissance cult. Let's see who's still alive. Oh my gosh. Alright, Wasad. Pause or escape. Standard scheme. Use the mouse. You can use any objects when you see the interaction. And if there's a question mark, you can click on it from far away. So the old, really old console style interface, that's fine. We love it. Interesting use of asset packs, and they do pop up to the main, like a shooter, the original shooter style arcade for arcade. Let's see. Excuse me, I'm looking for the caretaker of this cemetery. Won't bother him. He looks busy. Involved and busy. Are we gonna fight? I chopped off his head. Do I want to take a training? I think I'm gonna skip. I feel good about my ability to hit the target, you know? You feel good about that, right? We'll go attack. I can try magic. Force rush. Wow, he was just oh wow, he's keeping it concealed. Interesting. Heck. Magic. Force rush. Oh! I'm in danger! You're in danger! Yeah, so just like a cartoon style, right before they got into animation, so like just prior to Psychonauts and that sort of thing. Rip. Bounce. Drop some on my back trail. Little Mortal Kombat, little JRPG. Saint Sunlight, this monster. The Bloody Renaissance cult is already here. I must find Edward as soon as possible. He'll know what's going on, unless Adam Hyde is leading me astray. If that's so, there will be a party in hell in his honor. The sweeping statements are one of the reasons that we do love Russian storytelling, because when it digresses into that sort of, like, where Americans have bravado, doors locked, there must be a key. They have these, it's like all of a sudden you're doing, you know, Shaco in the Wall spell with somebody. Oh, what's this? Looks like it might be the key. Really straightforward game design. Sort of an adventure aspect. JRPG is lacking in that, and that's unfortunate. Tunic capitalized on that recently and won awards for it. just the fact that they had an interactive environment at all. We run into this so often where we can't do anything, or we only are able to do anything with previously registered items, you know. There's no hotkey here, so more than likely not going to be, if you do receive a visual cue, more than likely it looks like you will have something going on. Oh, he chose to involve us in the transition. That is different. He had to switch screens and chose to, you know... Oh, I'm chopping off my character's head inside. We are going to cut this shortly. Okay, so you can do different... there's collectibles. There's the key to the control room. Edward's diary. Do I want to read it? Yes, because apparently Edward is OOC here. Cemetery is cursed. It's not enough that it's old as the world there. Fewer and fewer people in sunlight study every year, so there's almost no one to bury. My business is crashed. That's interesting, the day-to-day there, for some of the more niche, the stuff that we don't talk about. Biggest problem for me is that groundwater. The experts I called on this matter told me that within a few years there's a risk the top layer could collapse. Some of the barrels would go underwater. Would bury themselves and their family in this godforsaken pool. The fact that the cemetery is so old has its benefits. There's a man who contacted me and offered his help. He said a family member was buried here. Owns a construction company, will provide his services. It's possible to reinforce the place and divert the water. It'd be great, my business saved. Work starts tomorrow. Work is done. We were a little late. It's no surprise since the cemetery has been reconstructed. Philanthropic offer to save American history. Journalists bothering with his phone calls. I know ghosts and local folklore. Very important man is calling. I have to thank him for his help. He's very strange. That's interesting. I wonder. It doesn't look like I have a soup or anything like that. You know, no soups here. All right. Well, he's blocking my. I don't think that's interactable. I feel like I should search him. Edward is dead. This is so easy to play, and I feel like it's got all of your base belong to us. So hit share if you agree. If you've enjoyed walking along, this is your sort of jam, and you know, because it's so hard to find something with this sort of UX that's just stupid easy. Is he? On one side, he helps me find the cult, but on the other side, he lured me into this trap. So I'm now, you know, forced to fight to the death. That's a very typical Russian trope. The fight to the death problem. The issue that all of a sudden you have to fight to the death. If you are into that sort of, you know, not necessarily retro flash. It didn't go for that, and I'm surprised. Oh, we do have things that we should be doing here. Look at that. Friend. Were we paying attention to where we put that? That would be a no-no in American culture. Pretty obviously not, you know, not on purpose. Items, what do I have for items? I have a grenade, I have a small medical kit. I have a smoke bomb. So I can take out an enemy temporarily. It's interesting, I feel like it's helping me to hit the target. Like that it destabilizes my opponent. So a couple different things that you can do here. Decay magic. That drops him down and keeps him hurting, I think. Magic is a good choice if you're like curious. But yeah, there's a share button down here, and definitely hit that if this is your sort of jam, so that I know to keep on putting this sort of thing up here. I need to get a certain amount of views to know that. So, while, you know, it's 2 clicks instead of just 1 to, oh, I'm crit. They just critted me. Okay, well, I die in every video, so. That basic exploration, so that sort of thing that you do see in, like, you know, oh gosh, everything from Zelda onward is present here. So if you want to try it out, it's a free demo, and then you can wishlist it, etc. So link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind, Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. They'll put your logo on merch for like nothing bucks. You can slap a What to Play Next sticker on something or a coffee mug. We love when you guys send people to the channel. It really does help us out. Also down there is KOFI, buy this chick a coffee $1, make me smile, or if you do like the monthly Twitch subscription style more, we went on Patreon. So you just subscribe to Patreon and donate that way. We do cover everything from books to a little bit. We have a little experience in the television industry, a little bit less, way less in movies, but mostly video games. Been in it since the very beginning, so that's all down there, all my social links and everything. We love hearing from you, but most of all, hit subscribe, hit the bell. If this is your jam, if you were waiting for that, you know, oh my gosh, when is the next really weird game going to pop up there, then, you know, it'll show you in the thumbnail. Or if this isn't so much your jam, you're just wanted to hang out today. We do cover blockbusters, but anything that's bringing something to the table, this brought something in the way of design, so obviously I'm super excited. As the last one as well, you'll tend to see design input here. Or if it has an extremely good user interface. One of them was off and had this incredible gun interface, so I just put that up. Grabbed it immediately. We love you guys. We love that you're along for the ride. So stay safe and game on. Smash subscribe, hit the bell. We will see you in the next video.